What's up, everyone? Aaron here with Clean Cuts Lawn Care. So we just had our first snow event here in Cleveland, Ohio. Well, I live outside of Cleveland, but same thing. We didn't have that snow event until January 17th, obviously, of 2022. Now my setup of how I haul my snowblower, it did work. I spent weeks trying to make this right, trying to adjust this. I had my cargo cart from Harbor Freight that we weren't using. I originally bought that for my 30-inch mower. It didn't fit on here. It's too heavy because the hitch is so low on the car. Thankfully, the snowblower a lot smaller, lighter. I don't know about how much lighter, but definitely lighter. So we went out the first day to do our first snow removals. We were actually out for 3 straight days. Vicky was with me for 2 of them, and then yesterday yesterday was just me out by myself. I think yesterday I was out for 11 hours. Everything went pretty much fine. We made a ton of money. I was happy about that. We ended up getting a lot more customers on our route. We probably have a little bit too much of a heavy route now for customers who are signed on. But I'd rather have too much work than not enough, that's for certain. One thing I am struggling with is I don't like the setup. It works, but I don't like it. One problem we had was the first day, the snow. See, this wasn't just a regular snow event. This was probably the worst snowstorm we have had here in Cleveland in 3 years, maybe 4 years. So I did get the car stuck on 2 occasions the first day. Other than that, we were fine, but I lost probably 2.5 hours. No, probably 1.5 to 2 hours of being stuck. So that was 2 different occasions, so about 45 minutes or so each time. Other than that, though, everything was perfect. I told the new customers who signed on, look, we already have a route, but I can sign you on, but just expect a 24-hour delay from the time the storm is over, basically, or you know, from the time I'll get to you, and they were fine with that. So I want to do a quick review on the Briggs and Stratton 1024L, which is the 24-inch model. Let's start with the bad. Okay, there's not much bad, but the shear pins right here. There's 4 shear pins. Right? There's one for every one of these blades here. In 3 days, I probably went through 6 shear pins. I had to go buy extra. I have them in a plastic bag behind my seat. And also finding the right size was a little hard because these ones are a little thinner. So I bought a little bit bigger that fit in hoping that helps, and it has seemed to help. One other bad, where if you're running through slush, just like you would probably anticipate, you're clogging right here. Now, if you're running through snow, that chute is perfect. Nothing's going to happen. Even if it's snow mixed with slush, you're not going to get clogged. If you happen to hit some slush, though, it's going to come up ice and it's over. And you got to dig it out, obviously, with the little shovel provided. But hardly ever happens. I mean, once you're down to the slush, you know, you're pretty good anyway. Let's talk about this, the speeds here. You got 2 reverse speeds and 6 forward speeds. Now, it's nice to be able to go fast, but if you're in a thinner amount of snow and you're all the way in 6, it's actually a little bit too fast. You're having trouble keeping up with it. Easy to lose your footing and slip. Happened to me one time. It can just be a little bit too fast, but maybe that's not even really a negative. Other than that, honestly, I don't know of any negatives. Not many, at least. It starts perfect. I mean, it's running great. It's brand new. It should run great, but oh, got another negative. Your chute here, okay? Now you can turn it manually right here, right? But that's just turning it, okay? As far as the direction or the pitch, you have to do that manually right here. I do wish I would have got one that had the controller right here to switch the pitch right there on the chute. That's a little bit of a headache because you got to stop what you're doing, walk around, loosen up the knobs, adjust it. Once you do that area, because if you're right next to a house, you know, then you have to go back and readjust it again. So, let's talk about the positives. It is strong as can be. All right, this little machine is a bull. Our aprons, like I just told you, this is the worst storm we've had in 3 or 4 years. All right, we literally had aprons that were up to the top of the chute. So you're talking 1.5 times the height of the front here. No problems, literally at all. I raised it up, I took off a top layer, I went down, hit the bottom, and just kind of redid that through the apron, and was no problem at all. Got through it. Some of the driveways were really bad snow drifts, were just as high, but it was lighter snow because the apron is where it gets pushed from the city trucks. So going through the higher snow, no problem there. All you really got to do is, you know, when you're in the higher snow, you're not going to be able to go full width. You know, you want to cut that snow right here like you're doing with a lawnmower, you know, cutting your lines. And that way, you know, say the snow is coming out to right here, you know, you just bring your snowblower over, cut it through right here so you're knocking snow off into there and shooting it out easier. You know, because otherwise it's going to take you longer. Yeah, you're going to do a few more pass back and forth that way, but you know, at least you're not standing there and it taking longer. Another positive, like I just mentioned, easy directional, and I will consider the speed control definitely a positive. You got 2 reverse gears, and it's fast. That's definitely a positive in my mind. You also have electric start if you need it. Right here, I haven't had to use it. I don't plan on having to use it. You know, I'm out and about. I'm not carrying a extension cord with me. And what I do with my key is I tie it on a small bungee to here and then right onto here. That way, I'm not taking this out and putting it in the car every time I'm done with the house. It's just there. If it did happen to come out, which I don't think it would, while I'm driving, you know, it's not going nowhere. It'll still be there for me, you know, when I get to the next house. So, easy start. Right now it has not been started today. So, we're going to prime it. Make sure we hear some gas in there. Turn the choke. Turn the key on. Now, like I said, I haven't started this at all today, and it's freezing. One pull. I think the most I've had to do is maybe 2 pulls on this thing. Yeah, something like that. You know, depends. I ran it out of gas one time, so I had to, you know, fill it up and you know, reprime it, and that time it took me a couple pulls. So, but all in all, you know, I like doing the reviews on equipment I get. All in all, I would give this thing an A-, which in the grand scheme of things is a great score. Now this whole machine, not just the engine, but the whole machine is a Briggs and Stratton model. So I think they did a great job for what I'm using it for. I think it's perfect. And if anyone's considering buying one, I hope this helps you out. Alright everyone, like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment. Keep them edges clean, boys.